More events are coming your way in April. For the first time ever, we're introducing an April Fool's event where things won't be what they seem.
Oh, we got an exotic.
Area secure.
That's just mean. Hey everyone, RogueGold here, welcome back to the Division 2. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Now, you can relax, don't worry, I'm not gonna prank you this year on the channel. Doesn't mean I won't someday in the future. But as of today in-game, we have our first ever April Fool's event. And already, just a few hours into this going live, there is mayhem across the community. Now look, I am partial to April Fool's Day as a holiday. I enjoy some good old shenanigans. So if you are not a fan of it, then maybe you won't be as big a fan of this event. But so far, this might be my favorite event the game has ever done, purely due to the creativity and cruelty that the devs have brought today. But let's just be clear at the top, there are no huge gameplay additions for this event. Namely, we have a new cosmetic set, a new named item, and some pretty diabolical fake exotic drops. But don't worry, we're going to break it all down in this video. If you enjoy and you want to stay up to date on everything with the Division 2 in the future, then I hope you will consider clicking that subscribe button if you haven't already. We'd love to have you around. But without further ado, let's get to this. Alright, so going down the list one by one, let us begin with the new cosmetic set that has appeared in the store. If you go to the store and to the bundles tab, you will see that there is a new toy soldier bundle available for purchase. Now I'll give them this, aesthetically and visually this looks very good. It's a very true to form toy soldier look. It does continue to teeter our game's apparel towards the sillier kind of style. I kind of wish they had done like a one day everybody is a toy soldier thing just when you log in, but they gotta make their money somewhere. I get it. This does answer the question we had like a week or two ago about what the holster skin slot was doing in the apparel menu. This outfit here gives you the first ever holster skin. There's also a matching color weapon skin in here. So as per usual, you can buy these pieces individually or you can buy the entire bundle at a discounted price. Alright, next up, very similar to the other events that we get in game, there is a new named item to check out, those being the Turmoil knee pads. And unlike some of the exotics that we're going to cover next, this is not vaporware. You can equip these and use these in gameplay. So what you're going to want to do upon login is go to your stash and check the grants tab, and in there you should see these Turmoil knee pads. So these are a Cheska branded piece. They have no visual skin, unlike some of the named items that we've gotten in the past. I believe just like the Lexington that for everybody you will get maxed out weapon damage, crit chance, and crit damage on here. Notably though, this weapon is unrecalibratable, if that's a word. You cannot change any of those stats. And then it comes with the Bewildered talent. It reads, when dealing weapon damage to an enemy, 50% of the damage will be dealt to another enemy within 30 meters instead. When there are no enemies nearby, deal damage normally, does not apply to armor plates. So in terms of event items, I would say this is pretty festive delivery adjacent, right, where it's not completely impractical at all, but it is still going to be relatively niche. I've seen some people this morning saying that this is a best in slot item for certain builds. I'll be frank with you, it's far too early in the morning. I've not had my coffee enough for me to theorycraft and fully investigate that claim. Certainly I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this item and its potential in different builds and playstyles, but I slapped together a Striga's Dilemma build and equipped this to that. It seemed pretty fitting since Negotiators deals with spreading damage stacks around already, and it did completely fine in the gameplay, right? Again, I'm going to need to test it a lot more. I could definitely see this working well in some specific content uses where there's like weak points nearby or certain destructibles that you want to hit an enemy but hit that in the background. Again, I'm sure there are use cases out there. Before you ask, this does not appear to function whatsoever in PvP, and that's probably for the better. I took it into conflict and it didn't seem to be having any effect. I don't know if the part of the talent that reads does not apply to armor plates is there to describe how it doesn't work against other agents. When you switch the item to the PvP stats view, like you would with a lot of other stuff, it doesn't change the description at all. Hopefully I haven't missed something here and I won't eat my words on it not working in PvP, but for now, I do not believe that it does. But hey, a free named item that's part of Cheska with maxed out stats and a potentially interesting talent, I'll take it. We could do far worse. Alright, but then we get to what I think is the best and funniest part of this April Fool's Day event, and that is the fake exotics. What's better than a good April Fool's Day joke? One that genuinely fools people, and judging by Reddit's homepage this morning, many a player have already been fooled today because of these. So I'm very sorry if you have been duped by one of these and were upset by it, but I personally have to applaud the devs' creativity here. What is happening is that fake exotics are dropping with higher than normal drop percentages, right? You're probably going to run into one of these pretty quickly upon logging in and playing playing. They look the exact same as the regular exotics, right? The talents and mods are all identical, but what you'll notice upon inspection is that the name for the exotic has been changed slightly for each one, and the flavor text on all of them reads April Fools, better luck next time. Now, the most diabolical part of this, in my opinion, is how they've added fake versions of the raid exotics to the general loot pool. For example, in a countdown run, I got the Satiated, and this in particular has already fooled quite a number of players. Now, here's the deal with these fake exotics. You cannot equip these, right? You can't actually use them in gameplay. However, deconstructing one of these dupes does actually give you an exotic component. So I think that's the devs' way of saying, sorry, we fooled you, but here you go. And so honestly, given their drop rates, this is a pretty great farm while they are here to go in and get a bunch of exotic components. But yeah, so far I've been seeing these online. People got the little horn instead of the big horn, the beagle bearer instead of the eagle bearer. There might be one for every exotic out there in the game, I'm not sure. But if you have gotten any of these, I would love to hear about what some of the best ones you have seen so far down in the comments below. Whoever came up with this idea, I think you simultaneously deserve a raise and all of the bad luck that is coming your way for all of the thousands of people that you're going to be fooling today. My friends, I believe that is just about everything that we've got to cover in this video. We've got our first ever April Fool's Day event, and it's probably going to be a memorable one. I didn't have super high expectations going into this. I didn't really know what to expect, and to be fair, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it is quite creative and fun. As of when I'm making this video, I don't yet know how long this event is meant to last for. The game has not posted anything about it. I assume it is just a one-day deal, but to be fair, they had trouble deactivating the winter event for like weeks and weeks after it was meant to end, so fingers crossed that they can actually wrap this one up when intended, because I assume it would get pretty tiring to have this for weeks on end. But that is most of what I've got. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this April Fool's Day event. The first and foremost question, were you duped by one of these fake exotics? Or maybe you saw right through it from the start. Whatever you think about those, the new Turmoil knee pads, the new toy Soldier Cosmetic set, as always, let me know all of it down below. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. RogueGold. Out.